as we kick off our main card here, we have Delvalle in the all-blue gear, and you have Sam Gaffney sporting the black with the red tape. Hard leg kick immediately by Delvalle.
So right off the bat, you're seeing the difference between this fight and the earlier fights. You know, both guys patient, both guys trying to look for openings, setting stuff up, moving well, working on their defense.
And we've already seen Gaffney switch stances a couple of times, just trying to find that angle, trying to find that entry.
Yeah, and you see him feinting too, right? Like he's not trying to hit him with everything. He's putting feelers out, he's trying to find what's open.
Certainly. He's trying to draw that action out of Delvalle, but Delvalle is doing just the same on the return.
Yeah, 100%. Oy! And that's a technique I love to see when people kick. I like to kick the post leg all the time.
Yes, sir. And then one thing that I'm also liking from Gaffney's side of things is he's not chasing. He's cutting the ring off.
Yeah, 100%. And Delvalle doing a good job not getting stuck in one place in the ring.
And hey, it's not for a lack of effort from the Delvalle side of trying to use his footwork to create an angle to get his back off of the ropes. But you just have to give credit to Gaffney for being able to use his footwork just the same to hold that center position.
Yeah, 100%. I would like to see Gaffney start to use the kicks a little. There you go.
Oh, that leg kick, or that body kick, excuse me, was beautiful off of the switch.
Yeah, I think it'll help and settle Delvalle's lateral movement a little bit and then start finding his right hand.
He's so quick when he switches his hips, Gaffney is.
Yeah, he's fast.
Oh, hey, a stiff two right there, though, from Delvalle. What a first round of the first card. First fight on the main card today at 52 Acres High Fight Series 24. Through one, Rafa, how do you see it?
I think Gaffney won that first round. I think the pressure mostly wanted. Neither guy did much. Both guys are still trying to find their openings. I just think Gaffney did a little bit of the better work. I would like to see either of these guys start to try to mix in those elbows.
And I agree with you as a whole, but my only offer, my only retort on that side would be that stiff two at the very end was the most damage-inflicting shot of the entire round.
That is true. Yeah, that is true.
So it just comes down to the subjectivity of the three officials sitting ringside.
Yeah, as it always does.
Inside leg kick from Delvalle, immediately cracked back from Sam Gaffney.
Nice, and see here now he's doing a better job setting his movement with those kicks, which is what I'd like to see. If I'm Delvalle, I'd like to try to see him clinch a little bit more to try to get off the ropes.
Agreed. He's got to figure out something to get himself in a better position here.
I mean, he's doing a good job countering. It's not that he's doing all bad, but just staying here with the ropes. It will just help him get his pressure going a little bit.
Certainly. I am impressed, though, by the ability of Gaffney to switch stances, be dexterous, and then find his opportunities when they present themselves.
Yeah.
Especially, he's switching stances a lot to where he ends up in the southpaw position and he's finding something off of that right outside angle.
Yeah, almost every time, man. Delvalle is quick too, though.
He is very quick, just the same. It just looks like in the agility of the quickness department, there's a slight advantage for Gaffney.
Yeah, he is a little bit more athletic, yeah. And the power seems a little bit harder for him, too. I mean, one thing that I love seeing is just how much better defensively these guys are.
Hey, that was a snap. I mean, obviously it wasn't a full-on knockdown, but that quick snap of the jab off of the kick release.
Yeah.
That's pure fast twitch right there, folks.
Yeah, 100%. Man, when you can get a guy that's that athletic and start put him in a good gym like high altitude and start like giving him some good techniques, I mean, that's just gonna be problems for a lot of people in the future.
Absolutely. And at the very end, right, just before the short time placard, that strong kick to the body, what was that based off of?
I can't see that right here.
When he switched up and he found success with that body kick from the left side, that was after switching hips, getting himself to that southpaw stance, and finding that outside angle, ripping the kick to the body.
It's just same tricky, man. Just same tricky, switch the stances, catching different angles. And right there at the end of the round 2, you saw him do a move that Corey Sanhagen likes a lot too. Starting in with that 2, turning into a 3. And he's doing a good job changing the angle, changing the variables, and giving Delvalle a lot to think about.
Yeah, I think Delvalle really has to go for broke this round and has to try to pursue the finish by any means right now, because if I'm the one who's sitting cage side trying to score this fight, I have a pretty comfortable 2-0 lead right now.
Yeah. He's waiting a little bit too much. He just needs to get busier, you know?
Very fair point. Interestingly enough, we haven't seen those bows yet. Southpaw stance from Gaffney allows him to land that body kick again.
And you're seeing Gaffney do a really good job at double feinting. Not only doing one feint, but double feinting sometimes to find the strike that he wants.
And he's working well using that right leg as a lead kicking mechanism too.
Yeah, 100%.
I think right now it's just a little bit too much speed and a little bit too much shifty action right now, because not to say that he's froze, because he's still moving and offering, but it's a bit of a deer in the headlights look at times from Chris Delvalle when you start having Sam Gaffney start switching stances on his entries and finding those elusive angles.
Yeah, he's just giving him a lot to think about, you know, switching angles, throwing different weapons, just giving him a lot to think about, and that's what's kind of freezing him a little bit.
And Delvalle's trying to crack back. He's trying to gain his respect.
Yeah.
But we're just seeing something of, a little bit of a flow state action like we mentioned in a couple previous fights.
Nice, that was that elbow. That was a nice big elbow. But another thing that Gaffney's doing super well is he's always moving his head. His head is never in just one place.
You have to love to see that.
Yeah, I mean...
And when Gaffney resets, he's not taking major steps back or completely circling out. He might take a half step, but he's standing in the pocket, and he's continuing to trade and work right now.
Yeah, and like you've pointed out, like sometimes he just switches stance in the reset, you know, just changes the angle on the foot. Oh, those elbows are nice.
And we're seeing a late flurry coming here from Delvalle. What a finish to that fight.
Way to start the main card.
Beautiful way to start off the main card right there. Both of these competitors just fought their heart out. I do believe that it is going to go to Sam Gaffney of High Altitude Martial Arts. But then again, Rafa, I'm not a judge, so what does my opinion matter? We might as well wait till we have the official reading. It is coming in pretty quickly, so I think the judges support our claim. But we shall see shortly with the official decision.
Yeah, I mean, I think even not really thinking about that first round, I think Gaffney won the second and the third for sure.
Definitely.
But like you said, there's only 3 people's opinion matters, and it's not ours.
Exactly. Great show of respect from each of the competitors as well as their opponents.
We need another mic ringside.
There was a lot of talent in that ring right there, though.
Certainly, hey, a bright future for both of these young fighters.
We need another microphone stand.
change in the in-house mic.
In this day and age, if you're not having technical problems, you're not working. All right, the anticipation must be killing. All right, here we go. By unanimous decision. Coming out of the red corner.